Only 60 days are left. And we all know that in these 60 days, either you can make or build yourself or you cannot. If you're someone who thinks you cannot make anything happen, this hustle thing is not for you, I'm not ready to make anything, then this video is really not for you. This video is for people who believe that they can do it, because if you believe you can do it, you can do it. So if you're ready, let's get started. My name is Harsh and you're watching The Harsh Wise, and I help you to become more productive and proactive. This video is divided into 4 parts where I talk about some of the theories, and the last one is apply. You will understand how to practically apply whatever you are learning in your life. The number 1 is consume. We all are consuming a lot of content every single day. You are still watching this video, so give a thumb up if you are still watching this video. We all consume a lot of content every single day. Like, we are watching some cringe content, some reels, some shorts, some long videos. I just want to tell you that consume some long form content. Long form content means some long podcast. Like, there are a lot of people making some great podcasts out there. I'm not just choosy about things. You can choose whatever you wanted to consume. I just want to tell you, consume some practical content. In India, you can watch Raj Shamani. You can watch Sandeep Maheshwari's Business Mastery series. That's also a very great series for you. If you are interested into some English content, you can watch The Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett. Go for Futures. There's a channel called The Future where you can learn a lot of things about branding, design, and a lot of things. Well, these are the content you should consume to learn things up. There's another channel that is called Hormozi that will help you to understand a lot of things related to business, a lot of things about business, how things work. Then you can consume some content related to your improving your ability, like how to become, confident. You can go and watch a channel called Hamza. And you all know about these emerging new content creators who talk about a lot of different things, and they are showing a new perspective about content. I'll just suggest you to go and figure out. A lot of channels are there, a lot of people are talking a lot of things. Just be greedy about learning something new. Whatever the channel you consume, you can go and watch Jay Shetty's podcast, because there you learn also something new every single day. The end goal should be learning something new every single day. Whatever the second you put on a content, you should learn something that is valuable. Okay, now it's about listen. Well, we all need to understand this thing. Whatever things you listen, that brain will capture it. And a lot of time it happens that whatever we listen very frequently, we'll learn that. That's why we should invest our more time on learning things. That's what I just talked about. But I wanted to understand this one single thing. Listen to people who are doers. Join some webinars. Like, there are some webinars hosted by Stoa. If you know about Stoa also hosts a lot of webinars. Go and join their webinars. Listen to what they are speaking. There are some live stream happened by GrowthX channel. There a lot of entrepreneurs come and pitch about their ideas, and they do it every Sunday. I guess, if I'm not wrong, they do it on Sundays. But you can learn a lot of things. Believe me, if you join that, you learn a lot of things. Watch TED Talks. Don't just watch those. Listen intentionally. When you listen intentionally, you actually focus on learning instead of just watching that video. Take a pen and paper with yourself. Write whatever you learn. If you're watching this video, write what I am telling you. Write every single thing, whatever you are learning from this video. Okay, let me show you. Here's my notes where I am making this video. Every single thing is in a mental model format. Learn how to write in mental model format. Well, I know like a lot of people don't know about this thing. Learn how to write things, because when you learn how to write, you actually putting whatever you are learning from any video, any podcast, any documentary, any movie. When you write that thing in a mental model format, or when you are writing it, just normally you are writing it, you actually tell your brain that this is what you have to do. That's why a lot of people talk about whatever you have to do on next day, just write before sleeping. That's actually work well for a lot of people. I mostly prefer writing to-dos for myself. Well, on a paper I write, okay, this I have to make one reel today, and I just paste it on my laptop or my phone's back cover. That actually helped me to remind myself that okay, this is what I have to do. Now focus more on reading as well. Well, writing was a part when I was just adding it, but the main part is reading. Are you investing your time on reading something? Well, if you're someone who have followed me on my Instagram, which is TheHarshWise, you know, like I read a lot of articles on internet. I read books, I read articles, and I know you will be say, hey Harsh, buying a physical book, my parents don't allow me to buy a physical book. Well, you don't need to do that. You can invest your more time on reading PDFs, reading EPUB format. There's no excuse that there are a lot of websites that actually enables you to download free books. Just download them, make notes, and create a bookmark for yourself and just read and learn more things from books. Some books which I want to tell you to read is the number one book is Steal Like an Artist. Well, it is the most recommended book from a lot of people, but you should learn this. Second one is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. This help you to understand there's no one who is going to judge you if whatever you do in public. So just do it. The third book is Show Your Work. A lot of people just very shy about showing their work on social media. They are like, okay, I'm doing this thing, I have portfolio, why should I show that? This is the year or this is the time where you should take the leverage of social media. I'm just going to talk about that, but this is just a glimpse of that you should learn how to use that. Another book recommendation for you would be How to Win Friends and Influence People, because that book will help you to understand what is people psychology, how you can talk with people, how you can make friends, how you can engage in public, everything you learn in that book. So that book is very great book. So these are some book recommendations which you should read, and from this I want to talk about, if you want to learn in depth of anything, read books. But if you wanted to learn more, just read articles. Just go on Medium, read more blogs, and let me tell you, there's a tool called Glabs. I use it for highlighting any blog or anything, but Glabs also help you to read more blogs as well. It lists some blogs which people are reading, and you get an option to read those blogs. I personally use Glabs, that's why I recommend it all the time whenever I get a chance. Now let's talk about the most important part. This is apply. Well, in this time I just talk about the all learn and all the basic thing that is you need in all these 60 days. Every single day you should invest every single minute or every single hour in these things. Now let's talk about apply. First, number one thing is document your journey. Well, this is the part I have to continue forward, so I just skip this point here and let's get to the next point, that is create your social media profile. If you are not available on LinkedIn, Twitter, create your profile now. Stop this video, create your profile, and then watch this video again. When you create your profile, you should focus on just one single thing, that username, whatever your username is, that should be same on your LinkedIn and Twitter. That DP should be same, and you need to understand is whatever you are doing, if you want to learn graphic designing in these 60 days, right, you want that you are learning graphic designing. If you're learning video editing, write video editing. Fill your bio. Start with posting your first post on that social media that I am learning this thing. And what you have to do, whatever you are learning, understand it's one single thing. When you create a profile, you have to document your journey. That's what I want to talk about, that you are sharing whatever you are learning, what is a difficulty you face, whatever project you made is all shared on your profile, whether it is LinkedIn or Twitter, whatever you prefer. I will tell you to just choose one platform, but if you're interested, share on both and make sure to share more your work, because the more you share your work, the more leverage you will create for yourself. Well, you need to understand this is called the luck from motion, and if you haven't watched that luck video, I have mentioned the link on my I button, so go and check it out. But let's talk about luck from motion. Luck from motion is your luck which you create by taking action. Well, that social media is that luck for you. For these 60 days, every single day you should invest on learning that skill. If you're listening, I'm just taking the example of graphic designing. For you, it could be content writing, copywriting. For whatever skill you want to learn, just go on Google, search about what are the top trending skills you should learn, and just go on LinkedIn, see what people are doing, and just try it for 60 days. Because whatever you will do in these 60 days is help you to become what you want to become. Well, if you don't like that skill, maybe you are learning graphic designing and you don't find any interest in these 60 days, after the 60 days you can start something else for yourself, and you can just retain this channel for next 60 days for yourself as well, because these 60 days are not very much for you, and after this 60 days challenge you will be a very new person at the end. So I was talking about, if you are learning, let's suppose you are learning graphic designing, your first thing would be to learn from somewhere. Let's suppose you are following any YouTube channel, and for YouTube channel you can go and check a lot of YouTube channels are talking about how to become a graphic designer. So just follow a single YouTube channel, learn that concept of graphic designing, and make your personal projects. And when you make your personal project, learn how to build proof of work. And for making proof of work, just use Fuller.io. That is a very great tool. I personally use Fuller to hosting all my work. That is called proof of work, that I have made that thing. And if you're starting your journey, whatever you do, make some personal projects, like make your personal design, redesign some graphics. If you're a content writer, just try to write out some script or write some blog. Just try to take example from anyone who is writing on social media, or if you're a graphic designer, just look at the designs of people and just try to redesign it. It will help you to learn a lot of things just by doing. And whatever you do, whatever you redesign, whatever you write, whatever you edit, just share on your social media. Tell people that you are learning graphic designing, you are learning video editing, you are learning this thing, and this is your day number this, and you have learned this, and just share it on social media. When you share it, you actually documenting your journey, and when you document your journey, you create a very creative unfair advantage for yourself. Well, if you want to stand ahead, you need to understand the concept of proof of work, that whatever you make your project, it should be listed as somewhere else. Like it should be listed at one place. All your social media link, all your projects, whatever you have made, if you made for client, that should be listed there. So learn that, and you can use Fuller, as I have mentioned, for the same thing. Now, after making personal projects, you should learn about how social media work. Like if you are on LinkedIn, just try to learn about how social media, how LinkedIn work, how Twitter work. For that, there are a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about that. So you go and follow those channels and understand like what they are talking about. How LinkedIn and Twitter works. Understand it by following some content. That's why you need to understand learning. And the one major thing you should follow is that share your work every single day for next 60 days. And you can tag me as well if you are on LinkedIn and doing such kind of challenge. Tag TheHarshWise, tag me, or if you're sharing on Twitter, tag TheHarshWise or tag Hey Harshu, me. It will be very great to see you doing such thing for yourself, because yes, if you believe you can do it, you can do it. Okay, I was talking about sharing your work, so you can follow both the thing. Either you can write about your work, whatever you have done, or you can create a reel out of it, because a lot of people love to make reels. So if you wanted to become more confident, make reels and share on Instagram as well. And you need to understand, you need to build some new habit for yourself, because when you do a single thing every single day for 60 days, you will build a habit of consistency. You learn how consistency actually works, and you need to understand this, the real meaning of consistency, that is not every single day you give this equal effort, because you are human, you are not a machine, so you cannot give the same output every single day. So someday you will be very productive and someday you will not so productive, but you have to understand this one thing, that you should show up every single day. Try to show your work, whatever you do, every single day. And in the end, I want you to foster a new mindset that is called learning mindset, that you are ready to learn new things, you are ready to learn new concept, and this video is for you to learn new concept. And I invite you in the 60 days challenge, where you are going to learn something new, you learn some skill every single day, and you share your work. And I invite you in the TheHarshWise 2.0, which help you to learn how to reach out to people, how to understand what skill you required, how to organize yourself, and very important, how to stand ahead. Well, join the TheHarshWise 2.0, which is a very private series, but it is for free for first 100 people, which click on the top mate link mentioned in the pinned comment and join, and I will see you on the next slide. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Harsh. Well, you have watched the TheHarshWise, and I will meet you in the next video.